I think one of the toughest things is, and I've never coached basketball, but if you look at a basketball team, most high school basketball teams have what, 7, 12, 15 kids on the team.
Hmm.
You look at a high school football team, depending on, what size program or what state or where you are, you're talking 40 to 140 players, all different backgrounds, walks of life. And so I think, culture for me is a collective character of, all right, who am I as an individual? Am
Hmm.
I willing to sacrifice who I am without sacrificing my character for the better goal of the entire team? Am I willing to humble myself? We had a young man this morning, and I shared this with only his permission. I won't mention his name on here, but I got a text yesterday morning, 9 a.m. Sent me a picture of himself with his shirt off, showing just the burn. The He didn't put sunscreen on, horrible burn,
Hmm.
and sunburn, I should say.
Yeah.
So he goes, Coach, I don't think I can come to practice tomorrow. So I responded right away. It was first thing Sunday morning. I said, hey, so and so, drink a ton of water, get plenty of rest. We'll see you in the morning, and
Yep.
I can make sure you do everything without putting weight in your back or laying on the bench press or whatever. I'll put you to work. Don't you worry about it. Didn't know if he was going to show up. Long story short, he showed up today, did our conditioning test, did a real good job with that, was working hard in the weight room. And then I see him laying down on the bench, throwing on, and he's a pretty decent sized kid for us. So throwing on 225 and 255, I think he was 275 for decent reps.
Hmm.
Everyone's hooting and hollering, getting amped up, and I'm getting pissed.
Yeah.
So at the end of practice, and I never want to embarrass a young man ever.
Right.
That's the farthest from my goals. So I pulled him aside and I said, hey, can I share your text with me with the entire team? Now he was just at a high of just whole teams cheering him on. He's all amped up to like being brought down to reality. And he looked at me. I said, I promise you I won't without your permission. He goes, no, you coach, you can. So I shared with the team. I said, guys, you're all one text away from being average. I said,
Yeah.
if so and so had my response to you, oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, feel better. Nothing, all players, sweetie, but go
Right.
really soft on him. He
Hmm.
would have not shown up today, not gotten better, not created a little bit of energy because he did bring a good energy to the weight room. I said, guys, you are one friend, text, or coach away from being average. I
Hmm.
said, a lot of you guys got to prune your friendship groups and start cutting people out who are very comfortable with you being average. I
Yep.
said, because the day you feel like I'm okay with you being average is the day you need to petition for me to be coach somewhere else. So I was able to pour into him, and he felt good about it. He knew where I was going with it. But the culture I think that I would have allowed that to be was, hey, if you're too tired, too sunburned, too sore, you can miss a practice here or there.
Yeah.
So I told him, I said, we're gonna have a coaches meeting on Saturday after equipment distribution. And one of the things I'm going to stress with all of our coaches is let's not start anyone that has a single unexcused absence in that week.
Hmm.
I tell them, I do make a joke about it. I was like, listen, I want a doctor's note or
Yep.
a selfie with your dead relative. I said, I
Yeah.
want you by that casket taking that picture.
Yeah.
Now, of course, unfortunately, something's going to happen. I'm going to get some nasty email someday from someone that son takes a selfie at a funeral. But